What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Round 4 Showdown show here. I'm going to run through this kind of by myself tonight. Kurt's having some power troubles, so we're going to do a little screen share here. I got data golf pulled up. It's the site I like to look at for this type of stuff. It's got all the stats up here. You can, especially on after round 3, you can sort it by event average if you want, or just go round by round. I typically like to look at the last round, but sometimes I go back and forth between the event average and the round 3 average. We've got a pretty good leaderboard here. Pendrith looked like he was going to kind of walk away with it for a while, and then he ran into just an absolute disaster there during the middle part of his round. As you can see here, he went 5 over on those 5 holes. It was a rough stretch there for Pendrith, but maybe he can battle back tomorrow. He's 6 back now. I think there's a couple guys up here it's interesting with these guys. With Johnny Vegas up top here, he just gained strokes across the board again today. Played great today. Johnny Vegas has played well the last couple of days. Pretty much every round he's gotten better. 68, 66, 63 today. I have a hard time seeing him duplicate that tomorrow, but he's probably a guy there priced at 8,700. It's going to be really popular to just jam in these top 3 guys. So I think I'm going to do max 2 probably with these top 3 guys, because you got Johnny Vegas at 8,700, Matt Kuchar at 7K flat, and then Matt McNeely at 8,900. And then you can even throw Fishburne in there too at 7,400 is down here in T4. So I think I may even do max 2 of the top 5 guys here. I'll start by going down the leaderboard like I usually do, but I'm going to pull up the weather here first to see what it looks like for tomorrow. Wind-wise, it looks relatively similar to today. About every day this event has been pretty close to the same. Slightly lower wind speeds in the morning. The gusts creep up a little bit in the afternoon. I'm seeing right around the low 20s for wind gusts tomorrow in the afternoon. Sustained winds, once again, will be in that 7 to 12 miles an hour range, as we've seen pretty much every day for this round. The showdown content has been absolutely on point. There's been a lot of screenshots in the RPS Discord. It's been a great start. We got to finish it strong here. Hopefully we can go 5 for 5 on winning slates this week, as I've got a couple of decent teams in the main slate as well. I've got Johnny Vegas, Fishburne, Mav in some. So I got a decent amount of Cam Davis up there too. So hopefully he can make some noise there tomorrow. It should be setting up pretty well, but we can dive into this now. Like I say, Johnny Vegas is going to be very popular. Johnny Vegas, Matt Kuchar, Matt McNeely, these 3 guys will all be very popular. I mean, you could even start with Sahith. You can play all 5 of these guys very comfortably with the way these guys are all priced. I think a lot of people will be doing that, like for cash games. Yeah, definitely start off with Johnny Vegas. I'd go Vegas, Kuchar. I'd probably even start off with all 3 of these guys going into cash games tomorrow. They're just playing so well. Matt McNeely right here. He's just shown some great birdie upside the last couple of days. He's been right on point. The irons have been good for him on the last couple of days. Today he gained over 3 strokes with the irons. Today the putter was a little break even. I think he left some out there with the putter today. Missed a couple short putts here early and throughout. So I think he's a guy there that's still looking to break through for a win here. So Matt McNeely at 8-9 is a guy I think a lot of people will go to as well. I'm leaning towards Matt Kuchar, actually. I think Matt Kuchar can kind of sneak this one out and get it done. I think I'm going to play Kuchar. He's 7K flat. Yeah, he'll be very popular. But if I play Kuchar and fade Vegas, I got an outright on Vegas as well. Not much, just a little bit on him. But so I think I could fade him there. So I could go Matt Kuchar, fade Vegas, fade Mav. I could play Kuchar and Fishburne and fit in a couple of these studs kind of down a little bit. So I do like Kuchar. He made that one bad mistake there on the hole 4. He made double bogey on the 4th hole of the par 3. Hit a bad iron shot, missed a close putt as well. But then he just nuked the rest of the way out. So he definitely rebounded very, very strongly. They're playing the last 14 holes at 9 under par. So Kuchar is the guy that I could see sneaking this one out. It's a course that definitely fits his game type too. So in on him. And then Fishburne is another guy. I know we had a couple core plays on the RPS website there. Big T and Drew Redkachik was on Fishburne in their core plays. He's playing absolutely great. I mean, he's been playing good the last couple of weeks too. And Fishburne's actually played the last 2 weekends really well. He was 64-65. He shot last week to finish T3. And at the ISCO the week before, he shot 67-68 during the weekend. So we know Fishburne can contend. And I think he's a guy that could he's 4 back. He could sneak this one out and still another win for the young guys. So he gained strokes across the board today, +2 approach, +2 putting. Love to see that. So he's definitely a guy I'll be targeting. I played Sahith some this week. I was right around field average. I think I had about 15% of him. He was just so low owned compared to the other guys up there. So I played a little bit of him. I mean, he's been doing really well. The first and the third rounds were really good for him. Yesterday, he struggled a little bit. He finished strong, though. So he was a good showdown play for today. Had the 1 bogey today, 6 birdies, 1 bogey today. Gained strokes everywhere besides with the irons. He had a couple bad iron shots, so the irons were definitely up and down for him. I think he can regain the good iron play tomorrow. So I like Sahith at the top, 10-2. So you can kind of build out a little core. If you play Sahith, Fishburne, Kuchar, fade Mav, fade Vegas. And then I'm going to get into another fade here. And Cameron Davis, this guy, I'm going to be off tomorrow as well. I think he could see some ownership here. 9,300. If you're trying to fit in a lot of these guys, I think Cam Davis will fit that mold. But Cam Davis has not broke 70 in his last 6 round 4s. So I'm going to be off of Cam Davis tomorrow. I know he had the putter going today. Yesterday, he really struggled with the putter. Maybe the putter kind of goes away from him again. He didn't putt that good round 1 either. So if he doesn't, he made a couple of long putts today, as you can see. Pretty much, 3-4 good long putts. I don't see him duplicating that tomorrow, hopefully. So I'm going to be off of Cam Davis as well. And then moving down here, a couple more guys here at 11 under. We have Adam Svensson, 7,800. Matthew Neesmith is right in that 7K range as well. Matthew Neesmith is 7,700. I think I'd be more apt to play Neesmith, actually. I know he just struggled with the putter today, lost over a stroke putting today, missed a couple of real short ones you can see. Had a couple putts drop for him today. Didn't really have his A game as he did in round 2 right there. I think we could see him kind of regain some form from the first 2 rounds where he played much better than he did today. Today, it was just super hard for him to back up that 64 he had in round 2. Typically, you see guys struggle with doing that. He was on the fade list on the showdown playbook yesterday, though, because I didn't think he would be able to back up that 64 bogey-free that he produced there. 3 bogeys, 4 birdies today for the 1 under round. But I like going back to Neesmith tomorrow, though. Hopefully some people will be off of him. 7,700. I think people are definitely going to play those guys ahead of him, over him as well. So that, and then we're down here to JJ Spawn and Taylor Pendrith. Taylor Pendrith, it looked like he had it going. He made that early birdie today, and he had a 3-shot lead at that time, and then it just went totally south from him after the 6th hole. There he goes, bogey, par, bogey, bogey, double, pars the par 5. Par's the last par 5 as well. So he's a guy that could break through maybe tomorrow. I mean, the price tag is up there at 10K flat. I think I would rather play Sahith over him. I may even rather play Finau over him as well. But he's definitely in play tomorrow. He can be in the pool for a strong bounce back. As we see, it was mainly the short game today. Yeah, he hit a couple bad iron shots as well, but it was fine off the tee. So he's a guy we could be off. JJ Spawn was a very good value for us. He went out kind of early today. Shoots 6 under. Gained strokes across the board today. +2 off the tee. +1 with the irons. He was up and down with the putter today, though. He made some good putts, and he missed some short putts, too. So it could have been much better as he missed two putts inside. I think he had 2 putts missed inside 8 foot today. So that was hurtful for Spawn, as he really could have went off for us and Showdown today, but it was a really solid score there for Spawn. 7,400 again tomorrow, so it's a really good value price tag there. I would rather play Spawn over a couple of these guys in the 7K range above him as well. So I like starting like with Spawn, Fishburne, and Matt Kuchar there as well. I think that's a solid core to have in that 7K range. And then KH Lee is in that 7K range as well, 7,100 for KH Lee. It was all with the putter for him today, though. I think he's an easy fade for me tomorrow. Gained 2 putting, lost over a stroke with the approach. So I think KH Lee is an easy fade for me. Sammy Burns has been a guy. We were on him the first 2 days in Showdown, and you can see he made some birdie. He made a lot of birdies in round 2. Round 1, he finished really strong, so we are on him heavy on round 2. He went out early, I believe, round 2, so that was an advantage for the early guys. The AM Wave had about a half a stroke advantage the first 2 days, just solely playing the early guys like we usually do. We usually see that AM advantage, so that's a way we like to attack that for rounds 1 and 2. It was a really solid days there. So I think Sammy Burns is a guy that I'll be looking to. He's a guy that could nuke. I mean, if we see like Johnny Vegas shoot like 2 over par or something like he has, Johnny Vegas shot 73 at the Rocket Mortgage when he was in contention, kind of somewhat in contention for that event, ends up falling back into T25 that event. So if he shoots 73 again, comes back to 14, and these guys really don't do much either. I mean, Sam Burns, we've seen the upside of him. He's one of those guys that could go out there and shoot one of those -8 rounds tomorrow like we've seen 4 of those guys up top do today. So if he goes out there and shoots 8 under, he posts 17. That's potentially has him close, definitely has him on the optimal, I think, at 9,800. So Sammy Burns is definitely a guy I'm looking at for tournaments in that top tier range. So I really like going to Sammy Burns there. Kind of going down a little further, we've got a couple more guys here in the 7K range. Alex Smalley, 7.4. Jacob Bridgman, 8.7. Max Gracerman, 7.6 as well. Or some guys in this 7K range here in the -8s. Matty Schmidt was a guy that went out early today. He was -2. He was a core play on the Showdown playbook. Goes out strong today. Goes birdie bogey early and then just turns it on. Plays the last 15 holes 6 under, bogey free. So you love to see that. He took advantage of all the par 5s today, which is all you can ask for some of these cheaper guys. He's still 6,600 tomorrow. So I think Matty Schmidt is another really good value play that I'll be going back to tomorrow. I like what he does there for very, really cheap price tag, 6,600. And what has he done on round 4s? He hasn't killed us. He shot 69 last one, a couple of low 70s, a 67 in there. So he's showing the upside to, if he goes out there and shoots 3, 4, 5 under par, I mean, that would be amazing for that price tag. So definitely a guy that'll be in the player pool again tomorrow. I know the putter was there for him today. He still gained across the board, though. Definitely going to take that. So I know Schmidt. And then Max Gracerman is the guy that we've been playing a lot of. At least I have over the last couple of months. He was a soldier this week coming in. He's T15. Got off to a sluggish start there early. Played the opening 9 at the even par there, 35. Made a bogey there. Only parred the par 5 there. As you can see, he missed a couple of short putts back-to-back right there. But the back 9, he played flawless, I think. Near flawless. He had a couple bad iron shots there on 16, but overall, he played very, very well down the stretch. So Max Gracerman is going to be a guy I'm definitely overweight on tomorrow at 7,600. So that's definitely a guy that I'll be going to tomorrow. -8, he's still kind of in that striking range. He goes out there and shoots 6 under. We could see him maybe even backdoor somewhere up in here, like a T6, something like that. Still some of those placement points like we do, like we usually like to find one or two winners we like up top, find those guys, anchor our teams with our 2 winners, and then kind of look down the leaderboard a little bit, find some guys that we think can make a charge up that leaderboard, steal away some of those placement points from the guys up top. Is the majority of the ownership is going to come from, especially tomorrow, is going to come from every everybody at least -8 and up. I think there's going to be a ton of ownership up there, mainly -10 and up. You can fit so many of those guys in some lineups. So I think if you can kind of limit your pool there in tournaments and find some of these guys down here in the -8s, -7s, -9s ranges, I think there's a lot of leverage you can make up there in tournaments and really separate yourself from the field there. Kurt Kitayama was another guy I had kind of looked at. He's played really well in round 4s. The last 4 round 4s for Kurt Kitayama. I know he struggled today. We shot 1 under, but he made a couple birdies down the stretch. Maybe he picked up some momentum there. It's got some good mojo going into the next round. So Kitayama went 71, 65, 66, 67 in his last 4 round 4. So we know he's got the upside there. The birdie upside is great with him. So in on Kitayama right there. Kurt Kitayama, price tag 9,100. So with that price tag, I think a lot of people are going to play, the Pendriths, the Cam Davises, the Sahith Theegalas above him. It's going to leave Kitayama pretty low owned, I think. Going down a little more, Akshay, man, he's just been hurting my feelings all week. It seems like I played some. I was definitely overweight on Akshay coming into the week. He's been close. Started out strong, round 2, lost it on the back 9. Today opens up with a double on the second hole, but he did finish strong today. You love to see the heart that he just battled back on the back 9. He makes 6 birdies on the back 9. So Akshay is another guy I want to have exposure to in tournaments tomorrow. 9,600, 7 under. I don't think a lot of people are going to go to him tomorrow, but the upside is there. If he's one of those guys that goes out and shoots 7, 8 under, gets to 14, 15 under, he's a guy that could backdoor something up close, a T7 or something. So definitely in on my guy Akshay. Hopefully he can kind of fit it all together tomorrow. It's just been hodgepodge and it up and down, just struggling as he's coming in. Another guy that's been on the total struggle bus was the outright favorite this week, and Tony Finau here at 7 under. He is really just going to have to fight for that top 20 finish. He was -125 to top 20 this event. I bit on that. I kind of felt bad after I did it because I thought they were kind of hanging a trap there. And man, just look at his scorecards here. He's been so close, but just keeps making all these mistakes. He makes 5 bogeys rounds 2. Has 3 bogeys today. Mainly these last 2 really hurt, especially the par 5 18th there. Just gets out of position off the tee. It's over there. He missed a lot of short putts today too, coming down the stretch. Finau, 10-5. I don't think anybody's really going to go to him, so I think he's a guy you can go to in tournaments. Definitely will get yourself different there if you're going there. Novak is a stats play guy that I'll be looking at tomorrow. -2, over 2 strokes putting today. Just really struggled with the putter all day. Still hit some good iron shots though today. Gained over a stroke with the approach. So Andrew Novak will be a guy I look to. 8,800 stats play for Novak. And another guy, Mac Messier. He was a heavy guy for us in Showdown today. Hit his irons just unreal today. Gained over 4 strokes with the approach today. I was hitting everything close, just could not make a putt there as well. As you can see all these short missed putts for him as well. Lost just under 2 strokes putting today. So I think Mac Messier is a guy we'll be going back to. He's another soldier that's trying to battle for a top 20 up there as well. Novak was another soldier. So we got all 3 of our soldiers kind of in this mid-range right here, T15, T23, and T32 right there. So hopefully we can get all 3 of them at least into the top 20. Top 15 would be nice. So we're still going back to those guys right there, Novak, Messier. And then you get down here, like a Keegan Bradley. He's just a guy that's always good tournament showdown play. I mean, he can go full Keegan at times. Today he played bogey-free, 3 under, left a couple out there on the par 5s. But the upside, he hasn't really shown the birdie upside this week as he usually does. But we know that Keegan has the birdie upside to really pay off these showdown slates. a fair price tag at 9,200. That'll keep his ownership probably under 10%. So you don't need much of Keegan to get overweight on him. He's there. Rico Hui is kind of a popular play coming into the week. Has just played average at best. I mean, 70. Today he shot 68, so he's just right there. As we kind of dip down to this leaderboard, though, they're just like normal. I'm not actively trying to target some of these guys. When we get 10 shots off the lead and such, I question some of these guys if they're again out there just going through the motions and trying to get in and out, get on to their next deal. But another guy that really struggled with the putter today with a birdie-free round today is Andrew Putnam. Lost over 4 strokes putting today. Rough scene for him out there. Joseph Bramlett is fine for tournaments. He's a stats play. Gained over 3 strokes, 3.6 strokes tee to green for Bramlett. Lost 3 strokes putting, though. So Bramlett's a guy we can look to tomorrow, I think, for tournaments. He made some birdies today, made an eagle as well. So he showed the upside today, just could not make any of the short putts. I mean, if he gets some of these short putts to fall, I mean, he's a guy that could have shot 6 or 7 under really easy today. And Joseph Bramlett price tag is 6,600. So, yeah, he's definitely a guy in that 6K range. I'll be looking to kind of get overweight on some there. 6,600. Joseph Bramlett lost 3 strokes putting, gained over 3 strokes tee to green. So, he's a guy I've got my eye on for a cheap punt down there. David Skins is a guy that sometimes I play as an absolute punt play. Has some birdie upside, as we've seen. 6,300 for him. If you want like a cheap punt, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think there's absolutely any reason to really force in any of these guys. So down here is we've got all the values up top and in the mid-range. So I think I'm just going to cross off all these guys down here. Yeah, I don't want to play, especially these guys that are over par. Rough scene for these 3 fellas down there that are over par in this birdie fest. But, yeah, I think we hit on everything pretty good there. Showdown core that I'm going to roll with here. We've hit on the weather. It's going to be about the same as usual. Hit that subscribe and like. It really helps bring these shows to you guys free of charge as well. Use that promo code RPS15 for 15% off your first month. I'm not sure if Open 50 is still open or not, but you can try Open 50 for 50% off. I know we were running that promo last week. I'm not sure if it got cut off yet or not, but it's worth a try there if you want to go and give that a shot. Yeah, Showdown Core. Let's find something here. I'm going to go Patrick Fishburne, 7,400 for the Showdown Core to start things off. And then I'm going to go down to – I'm going to go Sammy Burns with the Showdown Core as well, 9,800. Sammy Burns, Patrick Fishburne, and then Matt Kuchar. I think Matt Kuchar might steal this one. So got 2 values and Sam Burns in the 9K range. So we're going to go Kuchar, Fishburne, Burns for our Showdown Core. Thanks a lot for watching this quick video. We'll be back next week with the normal show there. I think Kurt will be back. So it'll be back onto the Olympics next week. So I'm not sure what the full the content schedule is for that. I know that DraftKings just released all the contests. So definitely we're going to have some good contests. We'll have the content coming forward for that. So head on over to Run Pure Sports. You set promo code RPS15. I'll have the Showdown playbook up here momentarily. We'll have the core plays up as well. And we'll be in Discord as always. So for Snyder, we're out of here.